mind, this is a lengthy section as well. I did bring this out in the altar call Sunday. You know, we often think about people coming up and praying for people. Well, some people's prayers are not heard. If you aren't getting along with your spouse, your prayers are not being heard. And so this section begins: a husband is to treat his wife as the weaker vessel, and he is to give her honor because of that. I do not think the current women's lib movement is going to last very long. Well, he got that wrong, didn't he? This was probably in 72 or 3, and it's probably even worse today than it was then. I think a woman wants to be a woman, just as a man wants to be a man. Now, that part is true. Because she is the weaker vessel, she is to be treated with honor. They demasculate the man, and then they hate him for it. The woman is to give first place. The man is to give first place to her. She gets into the car first as he holds the door for her. When they enter a room, she goes first. As they walk down the sidewalk, he walks on the outside to protect her. That's what my mom taught me, uh, 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 how to treat a woman. It's interesting, though, that in the 1800s, the men would actually walk on the inside of the sidewalk because people would throw their urinals out the windows, and so that they would be hit by it and not the woman. But today we walk on the car side of the sidewalk, so that if anybody's hit by the car, we are. He is to treat her with honor. With a When a woman loses her place, she doesn't go up; uh, she goes down. When she takes her place, she can be treated with honor and give her rightful position. I think every husband ought to treat his wife as someone special, that your prayers be not hindered. Peter says that if you are not getting along with your husband and wife, it will ruin your family altar, and there is no use praying together. If you are fighting like cats and dogs, well, God just doesn't hear cats and dogs. But when you are in agreement, you can pray together, and your prayer will not be hindered. Before we leave this particular section of Scripture, I would like to add one further word. Marriage is something which God has given to the entire human family, not only to Christians or to the nation Israel. In the book of Genesis, we are told that God made man, and at that time, man was alone. I think the Lord let Adam be alone for a long time to let him know he was missing something. When Scripture says that God took man and from him he made a woman, using the Hebrew words in Genesis chapter 2 and verse 23 reads, "She shall be called Isha, because she was taken out of Ish." She is called an helpmeet for him in Genesis chapter 2 and verse 18. That is a help that was fit for him. In other words, he was to be the other half of him. He was only half a man, and she was to be the other part of him. With that in mind, we can see that the marriage relationship is not to be one of a man insisting on treating his wife like a little child who has to jump every time he says so. She is there to help him. She is not to be a, part of him. She is there to be a part of him. She is there to love him. She is there to love and he is there to love and protect her. That is the ideal relationship in marriage. And that concludes that section. Now we'll go on to the next section.